Life could be a dream. Life could be a dream. Do, 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 shaboom. Life could be a dream. Shaboom. If I could take you up in paradise up above. Shaboom. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream. Sweetheart, hello,
Okay.
hello again.
I finally got this thing back together almost.
Life could be a dream. If only all my precious plans would come true.
In fact, I think it might actually work.
Life could be a dream, sweetheart.
Just the way it is now.
Every time I look at you, something is on my mind. If you do what I want you to, maybe we'd be so fine. Oh, life could be a dream. Shaboom, if
I put the drop targets back together and hopefully they work. There's no spring return on the coil. It's purely like gravity powered. It just falls down. See how it just kind of rolls back up like that. If it were down, if this thing were right side up, it would that part would just fall down when it was done. So, but hopefully that part works. Especially after all the work I went into it, it would really suck if it didn't work properly now. So now there's one other thing that needs repair, however, and that is the flipper. This flipper has end of stroke switch, and there's something, it needs to be replaced, because if you zoom in really close, one of the pieces is gone because this little kind of contact thingy dropped off of it because it was old or something. So I'm just gonna remove that entire switch. I'm gonna unsolder it and solder in a new switch. Check this out. There's actually an outlet inside the pinball machine to plug your soldering iron in, or a work light. That's pretty clever. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, we've got the new end of stroke switch installed. You see it closes and it opens. You can't actually see it opening, but it's opening. Trust me, really, it's opening. Okay. When I had the drop target mechanism taken apart, I must have bent the switches all up because the pinball game is not registering that they're down when they go down. So like they'll reset, but like when the ball hits it, the targets physically drop down underneath, but the game never registers that they've been hit. So I'm gonna have to turn the game off, and then I just had it on so that there'd be lights, and I'm going to take a pair of needle nose pliers and adjust the little switches underneath here. See how there's switches on this drop target? This one's working properly. I'm going to touch this one so I'll show you how it works. Here's how it works. There's the drop target goes down, and it depresses this little switch, and then it goes back up, and there's also a little bit of follow through, so it pushes against the contact enough to move the second one. So there's follow through so that it doesn't arc or get bad switch action. And here's the coil that resets it. With this coil fires, it goes and pushes them all back up with this little bar. Okay, we've gotten it fixed. See, now the switches are at their proper gap, so I'm going to push down one of the targets from above with my finger, and there, you see the switch closes. And when they reset, the switch opens. There's not a lot of wiggle room in this bank of drop targets, because the tabs on the drop targets on this bank are not as long as the ones on the one that I showed you before. So that's because this mechanism's a little different. It's a little more complicated because there's targets on the play field that when you hit them, they trigger these targets to go down. It does that using a little relay coil that pulls back the tab that the targets ride on. In most drop target mechanisms, the kind that don't have that function, those little metal fingers that the drop targets clip into are just fixed in place, but on this one they move. So now we're going to lower the play field and we'll see if it works. Okay, so now we're gonna play it and see if the targets are working alright.
Yep, they're going up.
Ruh-roh. Looks like one of them's not. Looks like one of them's still not. Like the switch hasn't registered that it's gone down, so I still need to lift it up and work on it a little more. Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Alright, we will come back to you.
Okay, now we've got it fixed. See? The ball hits it, and there, they all come back up, and 3, 4, 5.
How's it going?
Good.
And we are back. We got the glass on.
And we've got it all back together here, and we've got the targets registering that they've been hit again. So we're pretty much done. I hope you guys all enjoyed that.
We do hope so.
Okay.